Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let me tell you, there's some serious buzz swirling around the Cleveland Browns right now, and it's centered on one of our key players, Wyatt Teller. If you've been following the Browns, you know Wyatt's been an absolute beast on the offensive line, a cornerstone of our attack. But what's really got everyone talking lately is his future with the team. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of whispers, and fans are on the edge of their seats wondering what's next for the guy who's become a fan favorite for his grit, strength, and consistency. Wyatt Teller, for those of you who don't follow every single detail, has been a pivotal part of our offensive line since he arrived in Cleveland. The guy's got a mean streak, but he also plays with a lot of intelligence and precision. Over the past few seasons, he's been a rock in our front, helping to open lanes for Nick Chubb, protecting Deshaun Watson, and anchoring an offensive line that's been crucial to our success. But with the NFL's offseason now in full swing, questions about his contract, his future, and whether he's going to stay in Cleveland have been dominating conversations. And let me tell you, the buzz isn't just idle chatter. There's real momentum here. Reports indicate that Wyatt has been quite open about his feelings and ambitions. Some insiders suggest he's looking to secure a long-term deal that reflects his value, not just as a player but as a leader on and off the field. Others speculate that the Browns are eager to lock him down, especially given how vital he is to our offensive scheme. It's a perfect storm of interest from both sides, and fans are rightfully excited because keeping Wyatt Teller in Cleveland feels like a no-brainer. Why? Because when he's healthy and playing at his best, our offensive line is a different beast altogether. Now, for Browns fans, this isn't just about individual talent. It's about stability and continuity. We've seen what happens when we lose key pieces. Things get rocky and it takes time to rebuild that chemistry. Having Wyatt Teller in the fold long-term would be a massive boost, especially with our aspirations in the AFC North and beyond. Remember, the division is stacked. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, they're all gunning for us, and having a reliable, elite guard like Wyatt gives us an edge. It's that kind of stability that can help us push through tough games, especially late in the season when every yard counts and every play matters. But what's really interesting is how this ties into our overall team strategy. The Browns, under Kevin Stefanski's leadership, have been building something special. We've got a young, talented quarterback in Deshaun Watson, who's still finding his rhythm but has the potential to be a difference maker. Our running game, led by Nick Chubb, is one of the best in the league, and our offensive line is the backbone of that success. Wyatt Teller, with his ability to dominate in the trenches, is essential to that puzzle. If he signs a new deal, it signals that the Browns are serious about maximizing their window. They want to compete not just next year, but for the next several seasons, and keeping our offensive line intact is a big part of that plan. Plus, there's a lot of talk about how Wyatt's leadership impacts the locker room. Players respect him. You can see it in the way he plays, in his attitude, and in his interactions with teammates. When you have a guy like Wyatt anchoring your line, it builds confidence across the entire offense. That's crucial when trying to elevate the team to the next level. Browns fans know how important it is to have those steady, dependable guys who do the dirty work and set the tone. Wyatt is exactly that kind of player, and securing his future in Cleveland would send a strong message to everyone in the locker room. Now, let's not forget the historical context. The Browns have been through a lot in recent years, rebuilding, coaching changes, roster shifts. But now, with a solid core in place, it feels like we're finally moving in the right direction. Our defense is impressive, led by guys like Myles Garrett, who's been a game changer, but on offense, we're the team to watch. Developing that chemistry on the line with Wyatt Teller as a key piece is what will push us over the top. And that's why these contract talks and future plans are so vital right now. It's about locking down those pieces that make us a real playoff contender. And let's talk about the fan excitement. Browns fans are notorious for their passion and loyalty, especially when it comes to homegrown talent. Wyatt Teller is one of those players who embodies that blue-collar, never-give-up attitude. Keeping him in Cleveland would be a statement, a sign that the Browns are committed to building something sustainable, something that can compete with the best in the league for years to come. And honestly, the timing couldn't be better. As we gear up for what looks like a promising season, having Wyatt locked in would give us peace of mind. It's like adding that last piece to a puzzle that's just about complete. Of course, there are still hurdles to clear. Contract negotiations can be tricky, and the NFL offseason is always full of surprises. But if there's one thing Browns fans should remember, it's that the team's management recognizes how important Wyatt Teller is. They know he's a cornerstone of our offensive line, and they're likely doing everything they can to keep him happy and in Cleveland. The front office understands that a strong offensive line is the foundation for any successful team, especially when you have a quarterback like Watson who needs protection to flourish. Looking ahead, the Browns are focused on not just making headlines, but actually making a run. We've seen flashes of what this team can do when everything clicks, and a big part of that success depends on continuity and talent. Wyatt Teller is a player who has proven he can perform at a high level when healthy. His future with the Browns might be one of the biggest stories of the offseason, and fans are eagerly watching how this unfolds. It's about more than just a contract. It's about trust, commitment, and building a team that dreams of making a deep playoff push and ultimately winning that elusive Super Bowl, something Browns fans have been dreaming about for decades. So as we wait for official news, I want you all to keep your eyes on this story. Because if Wyatt signs on the dotted line, it's going to send a loud message across the AFC North and the NFL that Cleveland is serious about winning now and for years to come. This isn't just about one player, it's about the statement we're making as a franchise. Browns fans were on the cusp of something great, and keeping Wyatt Teller in Cleveland could be a huge step forward. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.